back. Got another one here today.
Dad, what are you doing?
NBA 2K25 content. We all already know that NBA 2K25 is going away soon. 2K26 come out next month. So I figured why not get like as much 2K content in as I can. So today is going to be a special one. Since y'all love my rebuilding content, it seemed like more than anything. And it seemed like I get the most views. I always love doing 2K, but I never want to be biased. So that's why I just kind of like try to like throw an even mix of things in there and kind of do like football. You know, I did the vintage content too, which I'm going to be going back to, but do basketball too as well. But I always like to keep the playing field a little bit even. In this situation, I want to do more rebuilding content on 2K before it goes away. And also you guys want to see more rebuilding content, right? So this video is going to come out. We're going to do a couple of scenarios, I feel like, when we're talking through these, just making a decision on this rebuilding video. I plan on making this one probably a two-parter. We got part 3 of the Cavs rebuild coming soon too. Hopefully we can get a championship out of that, but we'll see. Until then, that's already pre-recorded, so we're gonna see. I just gotta edit that one and put it together. But so by the time you see this one, the next one will be coming for Cavs for the part 3 and the final one right after that. You know, before everything, want to thank everybody for tuning in, always showing me love, always giving me feedback, the ones who do. New eyes that's been on my channel, on YouTube, new subscribers. I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for just subscribing, hitting a like, pushing a comment and taking the time to just give me feedback. I appreciate all of that, man. I know it's one foot in front of the other, so you don't go from 5 subscribers to 10 subscribers to 20 subscribers, you know what I'm saying, to all the way to 100,000, but you know, like, it's in that order what I said before, the 5 to 10 to 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. Everybody's growth is different. It's organic here. I appreciate it. Trying to be more consistent with putting out content, but for now, I do it when I can, and I'm always responding. I'm always trying to react to whatever you guys got going on that you guys want to see. So I'm seeing some type of magic here, so I can't wait for 2K26 to come out. But in the meantime, more 2K25 content, right? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you here on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Boundless Conversations, that's spelled all the way out. If you got me on Instagram already, or if you don't got me on Instagram, it's boundless_convos, BOUNDLESS_convos. And you know, we got all of our shorts on there, reels on there, stuff like that I put out. Because I don't just put out just, you know, the longer videos. I try to do some like funny reels. Also try to do some gaming reels too on my gaming page. But you know, check me out there on Instagram. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully it's a good video. All right, man. So first things first here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Of course, I always got to say that. Starting off with MyNBA errors. It's a couple of storylines I think today we can go with, right? A few things happening in the NBA. As you can see, I got a couple of things going on. I got my offline shit I like to play, some 2014 stuff, or actually 2016 stuff, rebuilding with the Thunder. I got my Cavs, you know, offline one here. Then I got my other Cavs offline one with Bron, you know, going through the 2010s. But we're gonna start a new one today, like I said. I think, you know, initially I had started this with wanting to make a video with my daughter, kind of sort of directing me the way, but we're gonna stay kind of on what she thought would be best. Storylines I feel like that intersect right with the modern era. We're gonna start off here today as the things are in the off season, but we're gonna use 2K26 or 2026 you know, rosters. First things in order of business, starting regular season, we're gonna do a custom roster. So I'm gonna go to the option list. Let's go custom roster on them. Let me see, user created roster. We're gonna find us a 2026 roster or the 2026 NBA 2K roster that's gonna be out. Let me see, I think it's this one excuse me, that we saw last time. Let's check a roster and see. Okay, this is, okay. VJ's on the team, all right, bet. Bulls, see who y'all got. Let me see, y'all got y'all guys. Yep, got the guys on here. Miami, nah. Let's look at the Mavs. Oh, sorry, look at the Mavs. All right, Flags on there. Okay, Michael Porter Jr. got his trade. Okay. All right, so it's safe to say that this roster is up to date, right? But I wanted to say there's a few storylines that kind of overlap with each other, right? We got Bron in this situation where I was talking through with my daughter like she understood the shit at all. She don't, but you know, she told me to pick a certain team. I'm gonna talk through it. I'm gonna talk through this first, and then I'm gonna get to that. But we got Bron that kind of don't want to be in LA for real, right? You see they rebuilding around Luka. They brought in Ayton. They got Smart too as well, but not really, I guess, championship roster. But if you ask me, like, I feel like this is probably one of the better teams that you probably do have, like, more in the backfield. I mean, more in the backcourt, I feel like, in the last few years. Like, you don't have a Luka anywhere on your roster. Like, if you want to put Kyrie up there, you can, but we even know that Luka's a step above Kyrie. Like, that's just being realistic, right? Austin Reeves being at your 2. You probably ain't had a 2 that's that dependable besides probably JR. Before that, D Wade. I mean, no other 2 guards probably like has been super dependent for LeBron, right? I don't think he's had anybody in the backcourt that's like that at a 2. So in this scenario, he wouldn't have the ball as much, but I feel like if you gave LeBron this like earlier, maybe about like 8 years ago, having this type of roster, they probably win the next 3 chips, honestly. But he was trying to replicate that whole big man. He's at the 3 or the 4, kind of playing both, so to speak. And then also he has the point guard that's like, you know, attacking a little bit. But they did something a little bit unorthodox, and they actually created a dynamic where it was Dwight at the 5, Anthony Davis at the 4, him at the 3, Rondo at the 1, Caruso at the 1. Like, so they had like a bunch of 1s, a bunch of 3s, a bunch of 5. They had a bunch of mix of like just like older people, but like there was just like veterans that was smart, that knew the game, that was still like on their last legs, but he had the youth where he needed the youth at, right? With Kuzma and everything like that, and Caruso. But I would say that Brown wants to kind of leave like LA, right? So that could be anywhere. It could be Cleveland. It could be anywhere if he gets a buyout, honestly. I think the Cavaliers, the Mavs, and another team called the Lakers for any trades once they knew that he was kind of disgruntled a little bit, and it seemed like he opted in. But who knows, right? Other narrative here. See what the Mavs going to do, right? When they can come back fully healthy, because Kyrie is here, but clearly torn ACL is going to be out for 8 to 10 months. You know, Cooper Flag, you know, he's here. Let's see what he does as a top pick, right? It's another narrative. Another narrative I thought was very, very interesting, right? You clearly got, KD that leaves from the Suns and goes to the Rockets. He leading his own team. For him, it's all about hooping. But in this situation, it's not going to be just hooping. Now you got to be a leader of men. You got to show these guys that they can, you know, that they can actually like achieve something. You in the past, like said, it was all about hooping. Is it about hooping just now? Now you got to be a hooper and you got to be a leader, to be honest with you, because I don't see a bunch of leaders really on this team. Forever Fleet, probably, he been on the mountaintop, you know what I'm saying? And he actually beat KD's Warriors last time they actually won a championship. The team he was a part of was the Toronto Raptors with Kawhi and them. Kawhi was the leader on that team. Clearly, he led by example, very quiet guy. He's a fun guy.
Yourself, and what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
He's right there.
Yeah, the glasses, there you go.
If you know, you know. But very quiet guy. Steven Adams, he's back with his guy. Kevin Durant is a guy that he had in OKC with Russ. That's a narrative out there, right? Can he guard that team? San Antonio is another interesting one too, because I want to see what this looks like with Dylan Harper here, you know, Vassell and Castle. or Devin Vassell and Castle, I guess, and Fox and Wemby. Like, I want to see what Wemby, Fox, and Castle and, all these guys can do together, man, with Harper, everybody like that. I want to see what can happen from there, right? So probably going to be a few narratives that we follow throughout this rebuild, but in this situation, I feel like the two that kind of overlap to me a lot more is the Sixers, right? The Sixers and Miami. I'll say how they do in a second. So I'll tell you. Let's go to Sixers roster for now. Sixers roster. So we all know that Joel Embiid, right? Situation where he may not even be healthy for the season. I think a report came out. I was watching Gil's Arena. A report came out that, like, he doesn't even have, he's very engaged in training camp, but or very engaged in rehab to be ready for training camp and be reevaluated by then. But he has not touched a basketball yet, so he hasn't done anything basketball-wise. But rehab is rehab. I mean, he may have done some basketball stuff, but, I mean, I know when I was in rehab, and this was like a way less crazier injury, I messed up my arm. My arm locked up one time when I was in gym. Short little story time. Locked up when I was in gym playing basketball. I forgot everything that had to get done, but my arm was just basically like stiff. Like I couldn't move it. Then eventually when it did loosen up, I heard crackling in my arm. Long story short, I had a bone spur. I had to get surgery done. They go in there, they shave down my cartilage. And my rehab, I'm touching a ball, but I'm doing a medicine ball, and I'm throwing it at a trampoline. Throwing it. Just keep throwing it to practice my range of motion with my arm. I'm in there laying on the back of a table with a medicine ball, just shooting it in the air, practicing my motion going up. That's about it. I'm not touching no basketball. I'm not doing none of that. I was practicing and doing other things like playing basketball still, like while my arm was still messed up. And the sling, everything. It would swell up sometimes too, but I wasn't supposed to do that. I don't think he's doing that in this situation. Getting paid millions of dollars, he's probably not doing that at all. So Joel Embiid, funny situation where conditioning-wise, he can't stay in shape, right? I don't think, and they extended him. I'm looking at this closely because Paul George is also here, but he also had a situation that happened this last couple of weeks. When this video comes out, it'll probably be a couple weeks ago now or a week before now. He got the injury, some type of microscopic surgery had to get done, I think, on his knee. Some type of injury he sustained while he was actually doing drills. So it's like, I don't know what direction they're going in. VJ may be the one that actually starts the year. He may be at 3. And it may be Maxey, McCain, and Edwards could probably get more time too. But, shout out to the Tep up, you know what I'm saying? My fellow alumni guy. VJ Escombe could actually start, though. There's a chance he gets thrown in the mix. They could try to bring VJ off the bench, depending on, where McCain is when he comes back and everything like that. But I would say this team is like a dumpster fire, to be honest with you. Just a bunch of injuries, a bunch of old, top-heavy people that we feel like take a lot of money contract-wise. Besides Maxey, he takes a lot of the money. But it's Joel and Paul George, taking a lot of the money. So with this team, I would say, it overlaps kind of sort of in Miami's favor, right? Because Miami, right, they got a few pieces. They got Norman Powell. Wiggins is here. Khalil Ware is here. Davion Mitchell. Jovic. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Bam is still here and Hero's still here. But I say one thing about Miami. Miami has yet to pull themselves a big free agent. They have a 5 in Ware and Jovic or Jovic if he actually can do stuff. But what would it be like if, let's say, they got a big name, not a free agent, but they got a big name splash to come in there, right? And they actually, the two sides help each other. Joel Embiid, I feel like, is a target. I'm going to see if I can do that throughout this year. But if I can't do it throughout this year, we're still going to figure out how we can get him. But to bring him to Miami to start that stepping stone of rebuilding his team, I don't want to let Bam go. He's locked down for, I think, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And Hero, I got him down for 2 years, right? So 2 years, 3 years. We got 5 years at least. No, not 5 years. I added them all together. We got 3 years at least to see what this team can do. We got Powell here on a contract for 1 year. Wiggins is here 1 year, you know, those spots could open up and we could actually like trade these pieces to get some type of picks. Let's see what we can do. My daughter actually picked Miami, so she knew where I was going in the direction of thinking, because I was like, oh yeah, these two overlap and they kind of intersect a little bit, but we'll see what happens, man. I honestly feel like something can be done here, but we're gonna start this rebuild off with the Miami Heat, man. Going in here, I told y'all what my goals was. Bring in some type of star. We're gonna download the draft class, and we're gonna go 2026. Let's do that. Shout out to whoever the roster we download, and I appreciate the people that spend a lot of time doing this roster construction and draft class construction and stuff. It take a lot of time, and those people dedicated to the community, we appreciate y'all, man, for sure. Let me see. Farewell tour, yes, we're gonna give Chris Paul one. Looks like we didn't give Brown one. We gave Chris Paul one. Maybe it might come up eventually, but first things first, I'm gonna test the water a little bit, right? There's a list we can go to that like views like untouchables and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just gonna try to see what the trade might be to get. Like we said, we talked about Joel Embiid. Is there a trade out there to be had for Joel Embiid? No, not a trade. Let's try first and foremost if we can see what we can get for Norman Powell, right? I'm willing to sacrifice Norman Powell or Andrew Wiggins for some of these guys. Look, they're willing to give us Tyrese Maxey. Miles Turner's around the league. Let me see. DeAndre Hunter, Anthony Simmons. Okay. Kristaps. I would want to do Kristaps, but I mean, we really got our sights set on like Joel, and it's going to like interfere with like some things because we don't want to pay you $30 million just to dip. We on a 1 year contract with Norman. We're trying to rebuild for the future. Walker Kessler is here, 1 year for 90, okay. Malik Monk, okay. Alpha and Şengün. Şengün is probably like and a first round pick. That's not bad actually, but we're gonna have to pass on that because we real stubborn. So I think we can make this work with the Joel Embiid situation to see what comes from it. So let's see if we put Norman in here, and Khalil Ware is 7 foot, but let me see, we drafted him 15th overall last year. So let's see if we can put Norman Powell and Jovic in the trade. Okay, they're giving us Bona and they're giving us Paul George for Davion Mitchell as well, adding into there. Ty Jerome, Austin Reeves, Alvarado, Şengün, Capella. Forgot he went back to the Rockets too. That's gonna be a crazy team. Interesting to see what they're gonna do this year. Let me see, Hartenstein, Jalen Williams. Shout out Jalen Williams, man. The smile is like radiating, bro. Like that energy is like what you need on a team, bro. He probably will always crack jokes, everything like that. I don't know if y'all seen it at the final celebration. That was crazy. Final celebration was funny because he was just in the background. He was like, yo, like, look at him on the mic. And Chet was like, yo, you trying to get on the mic? Like, he was like, no. I'm gonna sit my black ass back down. Like, nizzy. Not even. Don't even put me on the spot like that, Brody. I'm gonna say for this one, man, we're gonna try to like see what a trade can do if we just put one through. Trade Finder is a one way we can do it, but let's see if we can propose a trade. What kind of exceptions do we have? We got one, so we got a trade exception we can throw in there. So I would say, let's throw an exception in here, right? I would say, what's the picks we got? So they can't really trade anything. 2026 picks. So we probably have to get draft capital. Let's see, what's a trash team that probably be willing to get rid of some draft capital? The Nets probably still got a lot of picks, and the Charlotte Hornets. So Nets, let's see, y'all got all these. Clearly we started this in 2025 year, so they still got all their picks, but it doesn't matter. This essentially would be like this offseason pick. So let's see what we can do. Let's say, all right, give us that first and give us, because the Suns I think is going to not be great, but actually let's give us the Sixers 2027 unprotected first round pick. And let's add in Rozier. I want Rozier. $34 million. Wow, you on a $26 million contract, bro? Damn. God damn. Shit. Wasn't expecting that one, bro. Woo. See, I wanted to keep Jaquez so bad, bro. Do y'all have anybody that y'all paying this much money to? Besides Nick Claxton? Dang. Maybe, oh my gosh. Maybe we, okay, let's see if we can pull off a 3-team trade here. Terry Rozier. Who needs a backup guard, right? Bucks don't really have anybody, but they got a couple people, right? Trey Jones, okay. Man, no backup. They probably could use a backup guard, another one, but whatever. Let me see. James Harden, Chris Paul, yeah, CP's there. Scottie Pippen Jr. They got a bunch of guards, so I don't really know what they want to do. They look like they believe in Isaiah, but I'm not really sure. So let's test it out a little bit. Let's say y'all throw in y'all, damn, all first is crazy, bro. What the happened here? No seconds. Let's go. It's 2020. For the Jazz. Okay, very difficult to do this trade, bro. I feel like I'm determined at this point to do this trade, though. Let me see. Nets. We don't have any picks to give either because we already traded our second-round pick to the Nets, and we traded on Wiggins. Suns we're trying to get back all of this. Utah's 2029 pick, and all of these. Nurkic too, but we don't really want Nurkic like that. Brooklyn's gonna get back a first, a second, and Wiggins. And what do y'all not like about this trade? We like what we have as far as this trade is concerned for the Jazz. So the Jazz will want more. So the Jazz are in an interesting situation. They can't really take on another player. They can't take on another player. They're getting 2 back. The money is matching. It's a valid trade. They would just have to be okay with parting with a second rounder. Maybe second rounder for 2025 then. Jazz, can y'all take that? Who's mad with the trade? The Nets. We like what we have as far as the trade is concerned. So, trade looks acceptable. So, I can't really give y'all anything else. They shutting everything down, bro. All right, so that's a very difficult feat to accomplish. One thing we might have to do is we might have to say, Jazz, what do y'all want for a couple of, or a few of y'all first rounders? Cavs, I'm not sure. Lakers, I'm not sure. Let's say the Cavs first round pick. Jaime Jaquez. Okay, we probably can get a lot out the Jazz, honestly, because they want Jaime for that. Timberwolves pick, they want Jaime in the second rounder. Okay, this is not bad. Where are we at? Let's go back to the Nets now. The Nets, what do you guys have? What do you guys want for the Suns pick? Wiggins in the second rounder for me. So, first things first, let's do this Jazz one first. Jazz, they got the Timberwolves, they got the Jazz protection back up. I say we start with the Jazz first, and then we work our way up. But so let's say Lakers are not going to have like a terrible pick in 2027, but Luka could also walk, right? Let's see what y'all want for the Luka pick. Y'all only want that? All right, so they only want that for the 2027 Lakers pick. What about that Cavs pick? All right, let's do this trade with y'all first. Jaime's gone. Boom. Jaime can be gone. We willing and dealing now. So Jaime's gone. Jaime can be gone. Next thing we can do is we can say, we already did a trade with the Jazz, so we can say Nets. All right, give us that Suns pick. And they want Wiggins for man. That's 2025. I still want more back from them, bro. I feel like we want more from them, right? I feel like they can give us more. Daron Sharp is not bad. Since y'all holding on to Wolf so much, give us Wolf. Okay. All right, give us another pick then. Or you know what? Give us an exception. Back to the news. We turn Jaime Equez Jr. into a 2025 cash first, which is not going to be really nothing. That's going to be like a low-end first-round pick. Dang, they got busy down here. Like, what, bro? And you know, these people still in the game because of whatever. They free agents, whatever. They're going to retire anyway, but we turn him into Savistaslav Mikhailiuk. I don't know how to say your name, brother. I'm sorry, I'm butchering it. Butchering it, bro. But we turn him into a first-round pick from the Cavs, and we got the Suns. I think the Suns pick is going to be more valuable because I don't think they're going to be a great playoff team. I think they're going to be like, if they make anything, they're going to be like a play-in team. Book is there, but the Sims usually don't do them great, especially with KD not being there, especially with Bill not being there. They're not going to be a good team. I don't feel like they got defenders, and that's it. And they got Book. I'm not trusting that team. So those two things can be true, right? The one thing I do want to do is I want to see the Hornets or another team, right? Interesting team. Protection backup, okay. Hornets, who do y'all have? What do y'all want for Brandon Miller? Okay. Nothing. Y'all don't want anything for Brandon Miller. Okay. So Brandon Miller's off the table. Let's look around, right? Somebody that can go into this bigger picture of the Raptors. Do we see them really doing anything? I don't know. Yeah, but the Suns, as you can see, like, I don't think this team is gonna like really win like nothing. Portland actually may do something, it seems like, right? Probably be an 8th seed in this sim life because Lillard's back there and they got him playing. Warriors are still gonna be the Warriors. Washington. And Washington, I don't think has their picks at all, but yeah, we can't do the protection pick for Washington. So who has Washington picks? I think the Nets have Washington picks, right? No. Top 10 protected, okay. So I'm for this top 10 protected pick. No, not willing to do it. Protection back. Let me see. Thunder. Let me see. Grizzlies. Do we trust the Grizzlies to be really good? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sold on that honestly either, but we'll see. It's really just the Wizards, bro. Let me see. What do y'all want for Cam Whitmore? Norman Powell. I don't think so. Sean George. Let me see. Kispert is there. Good shooter, right? What do y'all pay him a year? $12 million a year. Let's look at his stats real quick. Yeah, he's not a bad shooter. He's not really there for ball handling, nothing like that. Perimeter defense is 70. That's not bad. Speed, agility. What y'all want for Kispert? First rounders is never happening. But y'all want a 2025 first round pick. Never. Nizzy, I'm not doing that. All right, so let's see what we can get for Rozier because we want to dump this contract off. Rozier, get the fuck out of here, bro. Not really a lot out there. No really market out there for him. Let's see what we can get for Rozier, and he's probably not even going to play. Yeah, he catch and shoot threat and can't really play that great, so let's see what we can get for both of y'all, right? Not really a lot. All right, seems like our trade partners is definitely about to be just the Nets, and Hornets are going to be in there somewhere, somehow. Jazz, Mavs picks. Magic. Okay, y'all got the Nuggets pick. What y'all want for the Nuggets pick? Magic. Let's get y'all Rozier. Y'all know y'all want Rozier for real. 26.7 more than allowed. Okay. Okay. Who really has the cap space? Who really has the cap space, to be honest with you? And we spending a lot of time just like trying to make this trade work, but I really feel like getting these couple of trades to work can like really get us to where we gotta go. I feel like with being able to get Embiid over there, right? Okay, who do y'all pay majority of y'all money to? Suggs, Banchero, Isaac, Carter. Y'all want to get rid of Black? Let me see. Magic would require 16 point whatever more than allowed. All right, so Rozier, bro, you might have to get traded for a bag of chips, Brody. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rozier can't even trade 2029 pick, bro. All these Jones is just tied into other picks to other picks to other picks, bro. I don't want to trade Terrence Mann, and I don't think I can. So, we need another point guard. So let's trade y'all three. See what happens. What's gonna happen? Herder. We can get Hunter and Merrill from the Cavs. Sell and Olenek. All right, so with this one, we get back a value 3. So we get back somebody that kind of replace Podcast, and then we go here. But that's not bad, right? Let's see if we can trade with the Sixers and see if they want to give up anybody, right? They probably still not giving up Joel, right? Nope. They would trade somebody for Maxey, which is obviously Hero. Rozier for Paul George. Yeah, you know y'all want to do that. Norman Powell. Okay, we know they want to do that. So he gets $51 million. So let's first try to put together a package for Joel and then see what we can do to get rid of Rozier, right? Let's go trades. Proposed trade. Joel. What is it going to take, bro? First, let's see. We could add in Powell. He would require $25 million more than allowed. So Powell. Let's say Powell. Let's try to keep Mitchell, but let's say Powell. And let's say Rozier. Blown away. All right. Why don't we give y'all 2 first rounders? Two first rounders and Jovit. Okay, so y'all got trash people on y'all team I know y'all can get rid of. Y'all know y'all probably want to get rid of Eric Gordon. Y'all could dump him off to us and it wouldn't even matter to us. Okay, who else would y'all want off our team though? Do y'all find value with a 3 or a 2? Dang, so if they don't take this, bro, I don't know what to do. They not taking it. They don't care, gang. This is crazy, bro. We don't have enough firepower to go and do anything to get Joel, bro. We probably need to go like 4 first-rounders, bro. That's probably what it is. And we ain't really got it, bro. We got to restructure our whole team for that. We ain't getting a lot for Hero. What can we get for Powell? Powell's the more attractive, like, just like piece to trade, because if we trade him, like, we can probably get back some type of like compensation. But yeah, because if we trade Powell, we can then trade. Okay, we can give him another first-round pick. So if we trade Powell, we can trade Sengun and all the first-rounders in the world. We could do that. Break up that team before y'all even get started. Give KD somebody else that he not even asking for. What about Kristaps? Kristaps could go there to Philly. Swap best with the Hawks. I'll be interested in doing that. All right, let's look at something real quick. So look at what we had to give up for DeAndre Hunter real fast with the Cavs, and then we come back to that Norman Powell to the other situation. So I think this one was Kello, okay, Donovan Mitchell, or Davion Mitchell, I'm sorry, in a 3. Terran, Okay, so these two can still probably go. All right, so let's go back. And let's say that Norman Powell trade, we put him back on the table. For Kristaps. All right, so we got Kristaps now on the Heat. So we say Kristaps and we say Bam. What can y'all give us for that? They keep trying to give us Tyrese and Paul George, bro. I don't want that trade. Yeah, gang, I don't want that trade. All right, let's go now. Let's go, Joel. Joel, do you want, you know what we could do? Yeah, do you want Kristaps? Okay, let's say Kristaps, and let's say now we trade y'all. No, we trade y'all these first rounders. What you gonna do for that? No. All right, let's do that, and then let's do the Heat. No, the Spurs pick. Ah, damn, we can't even give it up. No. Damn, I was scared of that game. I was scared of it. Damn, I was scared of that. It's a crazy start to a rebuild, bro, I tell you. Terrence Mann? They don't even want him. Say Hero. I'll take Hero and Kristaps and all these. Or you know what? Not Hero. I'll take Bam. 1.35 more. All right, so who do y'all pay? Where's Justin Edwards at? Give us Justin Edwards. Joel Embiid and Justin Edwards is not good for Kristaps, 2 first rounders, a trade exception, and Bam. Where's the logic in that, Sixers? Like, are y'all kidding me? It's really crazy, bro. I don't know what else to really do for them. Honestly, you know what I think we do, though? I think we take our game 1 free agency. Who is an upcoming free agent? Josh Giddey is still out there. We could sign Josh Giddey. Why not? He still hasn't been signed yet, right? Let's see. Russell, what do you want? Brother, you're not getting $30 million. I'm sorry. Oh, no, we don't want to edit you. You're not getting 30 million. Horford, he hasn't signed nobody yet. Kuminga's a restricted free agent. Honestly, this boy got gambling problems. We ain't about to put no more money in your pocket, brother. Ben Simmons, what do you want? 10 million? No. We don't even have the money to really give y'all. Josh Giddey, Grimes 134. A lot of these niggas want a lot of money to sign with a team, and they got no team right now. So a lot of people still higher. What about Bobo? What you want? 7 million? Can we give you 5 million? Declined the offer. That's crazy. Yeah. Kevin Love's still out here. Kevin Love, what you want to come in and play, bro? 4 million, okay. Victor, what you want to play, bro? 3 million. 3 million. Come on the team, bro. We need as much wings as we can get, honestly. Cody and Caleb. I think he was with Miami before. Caleb was the twin that was with Miami before, so I think Caleb. Let's bring you back, gang. What you want? Minimum, he don't want to play for that, though. Bazemore's down there. Winslow's down there. Okay, Danilo, McGee, Chetty Osman. Dwight, you need some bread, bro. And let's bring Cousins, too. Oh, can't bring Cousins. All right, but. So Dwight needs some bread. So even if we get rid of some centers, we still got some centers back here, right? Let's look to see what we can do with what we have. Honestly, I still do want to do this other trade where we figure out what we can get for Rozier, because Rozier makes too much money and I don't want him on my team. Luke Kennard, shooter of 5. Let me see. We don't want to give up a first rounder for another first rounder. Kennard is actually not that bad of a pickup because he's a really good shooter. So I'm going to say give us his trade exception and give us Kennard. We'll do that trade with y'all with the Hawks. Let's see what we can get for, I think we got the Cavs trade on the table, right? Cavs wanted to give us Hunter. What do we have to give up for Hunter? Davion, Dwight Howard, Bam, Khalil. Okay. It was Davey. Okay, so it was them two. Put them 3 together, we can get Strus and Hunter back. I actually like this better. Add the exception, give us Hunter. So let's see who we turned them into. So we turned Kasparis, Terrence Mann, Simone Francino, and an exception for we turned it into DeAndre Hunter and Max Strus. We traded Terry Rozier. We wanted to get rid of that contract. We got a $25 million exception and Luke Kennard. So I think that when we go now to trade Finder, when we go to proposed trade, I think we can see that exception play out. So the exception, we still have these exceptions, which is money that we have coming into the year. Let's go to coaching, coach game plan, and let's rebuild the rotation. They're going to start whoever they want to start. This is our starters looking like. But we may just say F it, and we may just put Hero. Hero is a point guard /2. We may just start Hero, bro. Yeah, I think we start Hero, and this is just going to be our starting lineup. So I like that. And let's simulate the regular season, see where we get. At All-Star break, I'm gonna stop this and we're gonna look to see where the other two teams are, where the Lakers are, where the Spurs are, where the Mavs are. So really 3 teams. We're not getting rid of Khalil Ware. Jalen Dirt, no, we're not doing that. Bam's not going anywhere. He's going to stay unless he's going to be in a trade for Embiid. That's all. That is it. That is all, sir. I say good day, sir. I say good day. He's not being in no trade unless for those 2 things. Let's simulate this last game. And actually, let's look to see what see where they have. 44-12. Let's look at the standings real fast. Miami, we're a 5th seed in the East. Wow. We're up there. Cavs third. Let me see. Pacers are fourth. So we would play the Pacers if it playoffs started today. We're above the Sixers at this point. We're gonna check to see where Embiid's at, like just morale-wise, shortly. Celtics are far behind here, 26 and 29. Meanwhile, they still got everybody playing, it seems like, right? Because they didn't do the thing where they deactivated them for the year. I'm not really worried about that. Let's go to West. Mavericks are the #1 team. Even with Kyrie is Kyrie not playing? Oh, he's back to playing. Okay, so somehow they got him back into playing. I don't know. But #1 team, whatever. Let me see. At least you know that's what it looks like if Kyrie actually does play with that team. Los Angeles is a 5th seed team. And then Spurs. Did I go past Spurs already? Spurs are a 3rd seed team. 34 and 19. Dylan Harper, what you averaging, bro? 11, 2, and 3. Castle, what you averaging? 12. Pretty balanced team right now. 6 points in starting lineup is crazy. Next, I may not be starting though. Actually, let me go back to maybe coaching. I think coach game plan will show me. Oh no, I won't. Whatever. Let's just look to see what. Go to the Spurs roster real fast. Victor is, oh, he's out. That's why he's back there. But 21 and 11 and 3 blocks, basically. 50% shooting on 40% 3-point percentage. Almost 40 at least. De'Aaron Fox is injured, pulled hammy. Ugh, that sucks. So they ended up signing Malik Beasley. They ended up signing Malik Beasley, it seems like, and some other people went elsewhere. What's Brown averaging right now? He's 40, averaging 24, 5 and 8, or 24, 6 and 8. Almost a steal and a block per game, 54%. Turnovers per game are really down. Lucas probably is up though, yup, 3.1. 50, 40, not even 80. He averaging 38 and 9, or 39 and 9 basically. Reeves, his averages went down. 8 and is there, 11 and 7. So not bad. I mean, not a bad team. Let's look at Embiid and see if he's happy or not. Okay, so he signed a new contract. Add Embiid to the target list. It said he only had 1 year left, so I don't know really what that meant, but let's look at contracts and look at upcoming free agents. These are upcoming free agents, which I don't know. Maybe we sign Bron or something like that, bro, back to Miami. Who knows? Like, one of these things can be true. 2 of these things can be true. Who knows? We're going to have a lot of money to spend. We'll see. Yeah, we are definitely going to see. Let's look now at who made the All-Star game really fast. Okay. Bam got in. Kristaps got in too. Braun and Luka's in. AD's in, but he's injured. Wells is new. Victor's injured, but he's in. Kawhi's injured. He's also in. What else is new? All right, so we don't want to care about the rise and starter complex. Let's look at the 3-point contest. Who's there? Dame, Clay, Paul, Darius, Trey, Steph. Let's go to dunk contest. Ace, Amen, Scoot, Asar. Similarly through that. Garland won a 3-point contest over Steph and Clay and all them. Amen Thompson won the dunk contest. Wow. Let's see who wins the East versus West. Looks like the East lost to the West. What else is new? All right, so let's finish this year. With this, I want to say that when we get to the playoffs, if we do get a playoff spot, if we do, right, I want to just sim straight through and see what happens. So Shea gets MVP, Cooper is a rookie of the year. Josh Giddey went to the Pelicans, bro. He was a sixth man of the year, sixth player of the year. Victor Wembanyama clearly was going to be defensive player of the year. We already knew that if he was healthy. Dame, clutch player of the year, 27, 3, and 5. What if he comes back and actually averages that? That'd be crazy. Amen Thompson, most improved player. Might have got that in real life. Mike Brown and Zach Stables. Okay, so they the execs. Okay, and the coach of the year. All right, did we get any NBA all NBA team? No. We got a defensive all defensive team. It's Bailey. What you average? 11, 4. Cooper Flag, 15, 6. Yeah, clearly he's rookie of the year. Dylan Harper, 11 and 4, basically. Trey Johnson, 9. All right. Okay, so let's advance. Did we get in the playoffs? We are the 5th seed, so we're 5th seed against Cleveland. Wow, that's crazy. So let's submit the plan. Let's get the seeding set. This is going to be the seeding. Looks like New Orleans snuck in. OKC, LA, wow. San Antonio, Houston, wow. These are great matchups. Minnesota, Portland, not so great, I guess. New York and Boston, great matchup for the first round. Detroit, Philly, I like that matchup too. If they get knocked off, let's see what happens. Indiana and Toronto. All right, so let's simulate this round. We might not win this series. Wow, we beat Cleveland, bro. Yo, we beat Cleveland. I forget, like, on our team, we do have DeAndre Hunter. We got some dogs on our team. No, don't get us wrong. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I did indirectly kind of rebuild the Miami Heat to be a formidable team. Like, who knows? Yeah, we kind of took their team apart a little bit, though, too. Steph Curry's there. Yeah, so... yeah, we kind of, like, snuck out games. It looks like, yeah, 8 points, 12 points we beat them by. 19 points, lost by 4, won by 7, won by 1. All right, so we got New York now. New York, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. You already know the crew, you know the team, you know the squad. Jordan Clarkson's actually new on his team. They signed Rudy Gay. Indiana, they beat, so Philly beat Detroit in 7. Indiana beat Toronto in 5. LA beat OKC in 6. Minnesota beat Portland in 5. Dallas beat New Orleans in 6. San Antonio beat Houston in 6. Wow, Mr. KD, what happened? Wow, and the Rockets end up getting... Oh, did KD not play? Is KD, like, out? Okay, Durant. Is he out now? No? Okay, that's game 1. Game 2. He must have got injured, bro, because I don't see Durant. No, oh, he's at the top. I'm tripping, bro. Ooh, what am I talking about? Durant's at the top again. So Durant is actually, like, playing these games. 5 minutes. I guess he did end up getting injured. I'm not sure. Played 5 minutes in this game, so he's definitely probably injured. We ended up losing this game. Game 4. Game 5, KD is nowhere to be found. That's Rockets. Let me see. Spurs, I'm sorry. Yeah, KD is nowhere to be found. So I guess KD got injured. Let's look back at the news, social media maybe. No. Let's look back at the injury report. Maybe it's not gonna show now. Pulled left calf muscle. That's crazy, bro. All right, so he went out. All right, let's do this New York series real quick. Simulate the round. We might win, we might not. We beat them. Whoa. And now we facing Philly. Y'all ain't want to give us Embiid. Now you about to kick y'all out the playoffs, bro. Indiana got beat in 5. Dallas swept San Antonio. Wow. Dallas could really be a great team, bro, when everybody gets healthy. LA beat Minnesota. That might not happen in real life. We clearly saw that play out last year. All right, let's simulate this round, see what happens. Okay, so we get eliminated in 7. All right, so we get eliminated in 7. LA gets eliminated in 7. So Mavs and the Sixers in the finals, which is crazy to me. I don't know how that happens, honestly. Their team, whatever. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals, though. I think that's like worthy of being like just looked at as being serious, man. Assimilate the round. Mavs sweep the Sixers, bro. Clearly. So first year, this is where we end up at. I'm gonna stop the video here. We're gonna do a second parter, and the second parter is gonna have like a lot more with the free agency and stuff like that. But I'm gonna start this off, man. We're gonna do a rebuild. We did a lot of moves today. We bought DeAndre Hunter in, got rid of Rozier. We did a lot of things, like to sum everything up. It's a lot, bro. We brought in a lot of folks. Strus was brought in too. Did a lot of trades to get some picks. We still have those picks, so it's looking like it's going to be a bright future for us. For 2025, we have some picks we can get rid of. If Embiid is really out there, let's see how the lottery kind of plays out. Let's see if we can get Joel and bring him in here, man. Because Joel gets past us in 7 games. They get to the finals. They lose 4-0. So their team was healthy the whole year. A lot of our team's going to look different in the offseason because we have people on 1-year contracts that's not left anymore. Like Norman Powell, Kristaps Porzingis is not on more than a 1-year contract. We didn't sign these people back. So let's see how it plays out. Thank y'all for tuning in to the video. Like, share, subscribe if you already haven't. On YouTube, Boundless Conversations, spelled out. On Instagram, Boundless_convos. That's what we on. Shorts, clips, reels, anything like that. We got the clips too that we post on YouTube as well. I think we did a lot of progress here to, in the first year, turn this 10 seed team into a 5 seed team, and then we get them to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's barring that everybody's basically healthy and the game turns out how it does. No one was really out. Even the people that had torn Achilles, they all were playing. So this was the normal league if everybody was best case scenario healthy, and then whatever plays out after that when the computer sims, that's what plays out. Needless to say, and it's neither here or there, but wanted to explain it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm out.